Hey, what's up guys, Vexxed here. So I was just chilling, walking around RuneScape today, when some guy told me if I traded him my armor, he would trim it. So I'm like, oh, that sounds like a good deal. So I then proceeded to trade him my armor. I lost my bronze square shield. I don't even have the money to buy a rope and chair now. Why is the world so cruel? Okay, on a serious note, today I'm going to be talking about some of the most clever scams in the game today. I'm not talking about doubling your money or trimming your armor scams. I'm talking about ones with a higher level of complexity. Now it's impossible to truly rank the most effective scam because that's relative to the individual. I hope you guys can appreciate that this is not an exhaustive list, just a list that I hope will help some people who are watching the video. And guys, I know this hardly needs to be stated, but don't do these. I have a little more faith in my subscribers and viewers than to pull these kinds of things off. Because not everyone watches entire videos, I've actually reversed the order of the scams to make sure that the most dangerous ones are mentioned first, because I don't want people falling for these. The single most clever and abusive scam I've ever seen pulled off is outsourcing. Now you might be thinking, wow Vexxed, what the hell is outsourcing? Well, let me explain. This is based on something known as a confidence trick. This is an attempt to defraud a person by first gaining their confidence or trust. Essentially, it's a type of manipulation. Now, as you guys know, in the RuneScape community, there are famous players. Players who have a reputation, a following, a fan base. These include, but are not limited to, YouTubers and Twitch streamers. Really anyone who has any sort of status in the game. I'm sure you guys often see people trust trading streamers like Bodhi large amounts of items just for them to be traded back instantly. Now realize that really anyone with a high status in the community has no problem with trust trading and giving a person their items back because they're nice people. Because YouTubers and streamers are trusted, they have earned our confidence. However, some streamers and YouTubers have been known to abuse this type of trust trade. I won't be naming any names so as to not give these individuals any more popularity, but an educated guess probably wouldn't land you too far off the individuals. Basically, they let people take a few million gold and give it back, then show the community, look, I gave this guy his stuff back. You can trust me, I'm such an awesome person. Over time, someone comes along and tries to trust trade hundreds of millions worth of gold to this person. Guess what happens then? They get scammed. But the confidence trick gets even more complicated. Let's add gamblers into the mix. Obviously, Jagex has taken steps in game to stop things such as flowering. This has led to the creation of programs which are supposed to generate a random number, and based on that random number, the gamble is either a win or a lose. Seems fair, right? Well, some gamblers actually have control over whether the number generated will be a win or a loss. Some streamers and YouTubers use a program when running gambling streams and have 100% control over whether the gamble will win or lose. They even offer downloads to the programs to show that it's truly random. However, they themselves have an altered version of this program. How can you avoid this? Not trading streamers, even if they're trusted to give items back. Even if they're a fantastic guy like Bodhi, this encourages people to trust trade their bank with other streamers as well, who might not be as trustworthy. Additionally, not gambling would be a good start. The second scam may have come as a bit of shock to you, or maybe not, but it's gold transferring. Now hear me out on this one. This also uses a confidence trick. The transferer gains the community's trust to perform trust trades by not scamming and building a positive reputation for himself, even going so far as to transfer over 100 million at a time without scamming. We know that transfers make their money off a small commission fee for each trade. However, every once in a while a very large trade happens. Imagine 2 billion gold being handed over at once. The transferer realizes he can just log out right there and then, 2 billion gold richer. He has an entire clan and positive reputation to back him if things go south. At the end of the day, the transfer has scammed one person and done legitimate trades with 99 other people. Are you really going to believe the one guy saying he got scammed when 99 other people are arguing, saying their trades went fine with the swapper? You can see why it's so easy to scam as a swapper after building a good reputation. 2 billion gold is just too much to turn down. Risk versus reward. In this risk to your reputation that comes from one person complaining is tiny. Personally, I disagree with the idea of swapping, but I can definitely understand why it exists and why so many people are fine with doing it. So I'm not going to say, don't ever swap. The advice I'll give you is to swap smartly. Find someone with a good reputation. If you have 10 million to swap, first swap 1 million, then 2 million each trade 2 or 3 times. Never hand over in one trade more than you can afford to lose. No matter who the swapper is, know that they are human too, and humans are inherently money loving. Number 3 are scams involving Twitch and sometimes other streaming websites. A lot of these have been cracked down recently, and the streams usually get taken down pretty fast. I know a lot of you guys personally would not fall for this, however these scams are working and are extremely successful. We can clearly see this because the streams pop up several times a day now. These scam streams are botted so as to raise their ranking on Twitch. The most popular one involves a fake Jagex livestream, which shows a question and answer live stream downloaded from YouTube and being streamed on Twitch. The stream is then viewed by around 2,000 fake users. The title is set as Activate Your Double XP, link in the description. Because the stream is a Jagex stream and has 2,000 viewers, people automatically assume it's legitimate and click the link in the description, which takes them to a fake RuneScape website where you attempt to log in. Other Twitch streams include transferring money streams, where the streamer view bots their own stream and offers swapping. Maybe these guys won't scam everyone, but if they get a big enough offer, many will and then proceed to turn off their stream for an hour or so. Another type of stream that is viewbotted are gambling streams like I mentioned earlier. They are either waiting for a single large trade before logging off, or using a program which they have the ability to control the outcome. The final type of stream I've seen are the ones which offer to stake for you at the duel arena. Because many people are not maxed and still want to stake, they let someone else do the staking for them. These guys accept cash to stake on someone else's behalf, and then go stake a friend of theirs. They leave the drinks or potion option enabled, hoping that nobody seems to notice, and their friend drinks a strength potion so as to have a massive odds in the fight. I remember watching a stream a few months back where this guy was obviously viewbotting and stake streaming, doing the exact same thing. Then his chat called him out on it, and he logged out 100 million gold richer and ended the stream. I tried to include some of the most clever and less used but highly effective scams because I see people falling for them all the time. I hope you guys can appreciate that I didn't include something stupid like doubling money on this. Even if you were aware of all these scams yourself, 40 to 50% of the community is at risk for falling for these. A lot of younger players as well. I know I would have fallen for some of these when I was younger. If you want to help fight against these scumbag scammers, there's something you can do. Like the video because this increases the likelihood of it popping up in someone else's suggested video box and them watching it. Subscribing to my channel also does the same because YouTube values subscription driven when suggesting videos to other people, as well as commenting to raise the favorability of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, have a fantastic day.
Another scam is the buying a girlfriend scam. We've all bought a girlfriend, but believe it or not, some people actually change their gender to a girl and attempt to sell themselves despite not being a real girl.